In our gated community, Sunrise Estates, everyone keeps an eye on each other. Not out of malice, but out of concern. They've even created a neighborhood watch, volunteers who drive the streets at night to deter thieves. Everyone knows their car, a white minivan. It always drives without headlights, very slowly. The rules are simple. If you go out at night to take out the trash or smoke and see them, just wave. A sign that everything is okay. If you don't wave, they'll stop and ask if you need help. Intrusive. But last Thursday, Mrs. Barlow's dog went missing. And yesterday, her teenage son, Tommy, disappeared. He went out to the trash cans in the evening and never returned. The building's security cameras only captured a white minivan driving by. It didn't stop. I volunteered to help with the search. Around 3 in the morning, I was walking through the side streets and saw the same minivan. It was parked in a dead-end street overgrown with bushes. The back doors were open. I crept closer, hiding behind a fence. From inside the minivan, I heard the voice of the patrol chief, Mr. Clark. He was giving a clear, measured report, as if on a radio. Subject 7, dog, disposed of. Reason, excessive barking, disorderly conduct. Subject 8, juvenile male, disposed of. Reason, graffiti on garage, disrespectful tone. Subject 9. He fell silent, and then I heard the creak of the seat, as if he had turned. His voice grew louder, clearer and calmer, directed not at the radio, but directly into the darkness where I was hiding. Subject 9, male neighbor, observing. Violation, excessive curiosity. Status, awaiting disposal. The engine started. The headlights didn't come on. I ran home through dark courtyards, hearing the quiet hiss of tires on the asphalt behind me. I locked all the doors. This morning, Mr. Clark, smiling, brought me a pie from his wife. I heard you were worried last night. Is everything okay? He asked. Our patrol is always on duty. We see everything. And after he left, I found a note under the pie. The handwriting was exactly like Tommy's. Run. These are not neighbors. They are entities of the house, and the house must be cleansed. I work as a driver for a car-sharing service. Sometimes, customers forget things in their cars. The rules require that they be deposited in the lost and found storage facility. The facility is located in the basement of our main office, an old industrial building. A week ago, I left a children's stuffed animal there. The salesman, a surly guy named Harry, picked it up, tossed it in a drawer, and muttered, "They'll pick it up." I asked, "Who?" "The owner." He just looked at me strangely and said, "They." The service. The ones who pick up lost and found. Yesterday, I forgot my old voice recorder in the car, the one I used to record my thoughts. I went back to the office to get it. It was late, and the building was empty. I went down to the storage facility. The door was ajar. Only one dim light was on inside. I peered inside. Harry was nowhere to be found. But in the middle of the warehouse, on the floor, lay a row of forgotten things. A toy, my tape recorder, sunglasses, a woman's shoe, a baby pacifier. They were arranged in a circle, and each object emitted a sound. Quiet, barely audible. I leaned toward the tape recorder. From it came my own voice, but it said something I'd never said. and then I'll hide the body where no one will find it." I recoiled. From the baby pacifier came a muffled cry. From the shoe, the sound of uneven footsteps on gravel, ragged breathing. I heard footsteps on the stairs. Not just one, several, heavy, irregular, and the voices, a whisper, superimposed on itself, composed of fragments of other people's conversations, children's laughter and groans. I hid behind a shelf. Figures entered the warehouse door. Their silhouettes were blurred, as if composed of shadows and dust. They approached the circle silently. One of them leaned over, picked up a pair of sunglasses, and seemed to place them on a hidden face. Instantly, the glasses vanished. The figure grew a little clearer, more solid. Another picked up a baby's pacifier. The crying stopped. They didn't take things. They absorbed them, along with the stories, the memories, the sins associated with them. I held my breath. One of them stopped at the shelf where I was hiding. He slowly turned what should have been his head toward me. I saw only a blurry reflection, my own face distorted with fear, shimmering in the darkness. He whispered in a voice exactly like my father's, who died 10 years ago. "You are forgotten too, son. Someone forgot you long ago. We will come for you soon." I jumped out of the car and ran without looking back. This morning, I called to quit. The manager said, "No problem. Who's going to unload your car? Something, is moving in the glove compartment." I hung up. Now I'm looking out the window. Across the street in the shade under a tree stands a blurry figure. It's not moving. It's just waiting for me to be completely forgotten. I changed apartments. It's a new studio apartment in a converted old building. Everything would be fine, but there's something wrong with one of the walls. An old, bricked-in, built-in speaker. It turns out there used to be a background music system for the entire floor. It doesn't work, or shouldn't. But sometimes you can still hear music, quietly, barely audible. Old-fashioned jazz or orchestral tunes from the 1940s. The neighbors upstairs and next door swear they don't have anything like that. The management company shrugs. They dismantled the system several decades ago. I'd gotten used to it. I even liked it. Until the music started changing. Other sounds began to blend in. At first I thought it was static. A door creaking, someone's footsteps, a light cough. Then I made out words, whispers, in old, slightly outdated English. "Don't look in the mirror when the waltz is playing. He follows you around. Apartment 7B never gave up." Last night, I woke to a distinct melody, a funeral march, and through it, I clearly heard, "He's in the wall to the left. He's still breathing." I looked at the left wall like a fool, that same speaker, and in the ensuing silence I heard it, barely audible, but certain. A breath, a sob, right from behind the speaker grill. Today I called a repairman to cut a hole in the wall and finally remove that thing. He arrived, listened in the silence, and shrugged. He picked up a drill. When the bit hit the wall, a wild, inhuman screech erupted from the speaker, and then a voice rang out. No longer a whisper, but a scream, full of horror and pain. "Don't let me out! He's outside! He's still waiting at the door!" The owner turned pale but continued. We opened the alcove. Beyond it lay emptiness, and hanging from the dusty wires was a single, perfectly clean bone button from a uniform. nothing else. The owner left. I was alone. It was evening. The music wasn't playing. Instead, only a steady, calm breathing came from the speaker. Alien, and a quiet, gentle tapping, as if someone on the other side was gently tapping a fingernail on the speaker grill from inside the wall, in my language. Knocking out one question: "Are you home?"